Hey guys, we were working on this refurbished 3640 Epson printer. It is a sublimation printer and it is chipless, so the ink levels will always show that they are full, and it can be used with any type of cartridge. So we are selling this printer as is, and I'll go ahead and tell you why. So this right here is the print nozzle check. And as you can see on that first page, there's a couple of missing spots there in the black and in the magenta, as you can see up here close. And I will go ahead and flip to that second page. I went ahead and circled the missing spots in black, so that's why we're selling it as is. We will also be including 4 100 milliliter sublimation inks, all 4 of them, red, yellow, blue, and black. We'll be including 4 syringes and needles, and 10 pieces of transfer paper will be included as well. And then this is a walkthrough on how to correctly set up the color wheel to be printed out on the sublimation paper, to print it out on the matte paper through your printer, which we'll be printing out here, and I'll show you how that comes out, which it ends up still printing out really good, even though we did have the spots of black missing in that first nozzle check. You do see that we have a really good black background and really good magenta as well.
Okay guys, this is Kevin. When you get a printer, you need to install the driver. So just Google search for WF3640 driver. And make sure you go to Epson.com, not spam website. For example, drivers-epson.com, that's a spam website. Don't go there. Make sure this is Epson.com. Go to 3640 and go to downloads, and you're going to see the drivers and utility combo and the firmware version. Never update the firmware, okay? And also you need to disable the firmware automatic update. Let me see. If you update the firmware, your printer will not work anymore. If you one day if you wake up and your printer asking for cartridges, that means you updated the firmware. Okay, let me show you how to install and without updating the firmware. So we go to drivers and utility. Okay, this one. So we don't never touch the firmware. Okay. So to install, say yes. Okay. Accept. And see here, do not allow the Windows to unblock Epson, and do not install the user guide. So install. Okay, so you go to you find your printer, right click, say printing preferences. In the preferences, go to maintenance tab, and you're going to see a software update. Click the software update and click yes. And after it runs, you can see it's trying to update your firmware, and do not do install, and click auto update settings, and interval to check, select never, and say okay, and then just close this window, exit. Do not click install 4 items. If you do the install 4 items, it will update your firmware. You can update other things, but not the firmware. Okay, that's all the tricks.